Hey guys, DK12 again. Today's the last day of February, and today I wanted to talk about how older TVs get their colors and images. This type of TV is called a rear projection. They're those old box TVs that look like this. I know it's bright to see. Really bright is what I should say. This was the same one we had, and if you can kind of look closer, it says Sony. If I tilt it to the side, you can kind of see it. And in the bottom right there are the two speakers. And you can see these two things right there. Those are the feet that holds it up so it doesn't fall down on the screen. And the way they get their colors and images is they've got 3 color guns inside that are blue, green, and red. And then this is what the color guns look like. And these are the 3 colors, as you can see. And you can see they do pictures through all of them. And above them is a mirror, and they all shine and reflect at the mirror, and then the mirror reflects them onto the screen. And the most important thing is the 3 color guns all have to aim at a same certain direction, because if they don't, the picture would be fuzzy. But the one we used to have wasn't really good at one point. At one point, this is what can happen to a TV like this. Plus, this also happened to mine. The picture started to look bad on ours. And this is what the pictures can start to look like. Because you can see that the 3 color guns are not lined up, and it's 3D looking. The reason why it looks like that is because the color guns separate. The audio causes them to vibrate, which is a disaster. And if you can see these 3 dots right here, as you can see, they're not all lined up perfectly. And over here, right here, it's more lined up perfectly. And that's what happens when they're not lined up. They all shine together and make the colors. And here's what a particle would look like. Or something like that. As you can see. Same thing also happens on a tube TV. There's 3 color guns in the tube that shine against the glass, which makes different colors of the screen. Now let me show you something else. Now, I took this picture off my old tube TV. Here's a picture of that scene from Star Wars Episode 5 when Luke realizes his face was in Darth Vader's helmet. As if you can remember that part where he had a dream in Episode 5, he was fighting Darth Vader, and then he chops off his head, and then the part of the helmet explodes. I know it's hard to see, but zooming in, Because if you zoom in a little, you can kind of see that those three colors are lined up like that. Oh, and as you can see, they kind of get dark and bright a little bit. That's Luke's eye. So basically, at certain parts, they're dark and bright, which makes those lines pop up or something. And then if we come over to his nose, you can see that it's different. And then when we come up to his mouth, it's a little darker that way. And that is how they get their images. And now these days, they don't make those box TVs anymore. There's 6 reasons I can think of why they don't make them. 'Cause 1, the picture's no good. 2, the color's no good. And 3, they take up too much space. And 4, they don't last long. And 5, they're big and heavy. And 6, they're much expensive. And that's why they stopped making them. And it's good reasons why to not buy them. But now these days they make different TVs, which are LCDs and LEDs. But back when rear projection TVs were made, there was no such thing as LEDs and LCDs. Because back when I was a kid, we had that rear projection TV in our living room, and that was the only type of big screen we could find back then. Even though they don't make them, they're still available online. And if you, you're probably going to be able to find one for like $55, and they're probably not that expensive online as they would be in the store by now. And also, if you buy one off the internet, it's probably not going to look the greatest. But if you can deal with the picture being all cruddy looking, then feel free if you want. And another cool thing I decided to do was I took a picture of a screenshot from a YouTube video, and I colored these 3 things in. See? Pretty crazy, huh? Because that's how it is. That's the 3 colors for the TV. And the screen part is 2 plastic, it's like 2 plastic sheets. And one of them is like a wibble wobble thing. And if you put your face in it, it gets really, your face gets big and small in it. Because it's 2 plastic parts kind of like, I can't describe what it is, but if you know what I mean, look it up. And another thing to say is that they don't make tube TVs anymore either, but they still have them online, and they still work good. They last longer than projection TVs, but the color's not the greatest. Alright, that's about all for now. Peace out. See you in my next video.